MB from underdogchance.com, and in this video I will share my football or soccer projections for this weekend for top 4 leagues in European soccer or football. In England they are playing FA Cup, so I didn't make these projections, but I made projections for French League, Spanish La Liga, Serie A and Bundesliga. Okay, I will share my calculated winning percentages. We will try to find the value, and I found two potentially good bets with a little bit bigger value, and let's start. So the first league, French League, we have a couple of games. If we check the table first, on the first place Paris Saint-Germain, then we have Lens, Marseille, Monaco and Rennes, and at the bottom we have Auxerre, Ajaccio and Angers. And if we go with the first game, Troyes against Lens, based on my projections, Lens will have 63.61% of chance to win this game. My projected odds 1.57, bookmakers 1.61, so this is too close for me. If we check the table, Troyes against Lens, Troyes is just a second, is 14th, and Lens is second, so we have better team with the road club, but we also have smaller odds. Also my betting model gives them better chance, but as you see here, this is the difference between my projected lines and bookmakers odds or lines if you like, and this is the difference with adjusted criterion, so there is no value. Then we have Marseille against Monaco. Based on my projections, Marseille will have 50.54% of chance to win this game, so my fair odds are 1.98, bookmakers 2.09, so maybe small value with Marseille. They're playing great football, so they're in the third place in French League. They have a couple of straight wins. On the other side, Monaco is fourth, so this is pretty good match in this weekend, and based on my projections, I wouldn't take Monaco. If you like Marseille and if you want to risk a little bit, I would take Marseille, but for me this is not enough value, so I'm looking for number 1 or bigger. This would be small value, and anything between 2 or 3, so we're looking these numbers, that would be medium value, and everything above 3 would be a good value. Okay, so this is not qualified bet for me. Nice Lille, based on my projections, this will be a very close game. As you see, I give pretty even percentages to both teams. 32.91% to Nice, 39.94% to Lille. So those are my projected numbers, those are bookmakers numbers, those are American odds, so basically converted decimal into American if you use American odds, and those are the differences between my lines and the bookmakers lines. In this case we don't have any value, so if we check the table, Nice Lille, Nice is 10th in the league and Lille is 7th, so this could be a close game. I would skip this game. Okay, Strasbourg, Toulouse. Strasbourg, they are fighting for staying in the league, and the second team is Toulouse, and they are just a second, they are, where is Toulouse? They are 12th, so this is let's say a battle for relegation, but Strasbourg is in much worse position. As you see, they need a win, and they are playing at home. I still give them less chance than Toulouse, so I give them 35.21% of chance to win this game, and based on my projections there is even small value with Toulouse. So if you can get something like plus 0.5, which means that Toulouse should not lose this game, I think there is some value with Toulouse. I always recommend when you bet on soccer to stay away, if possible, of course, with three-way bets, and try to take Asian handicap or X2 or 1x, depends on the odds. Of course, if we have small odds, of course you will not take Barcelona at 1x at the odds of 1.01, but if there is a chance, if we have an underdog and if the model shows the value, then this is a potentially good bet. I didn't find a good bet here, but I think this is maybe the biggest value in French League with Toulouse to not lose this game. Auxerre Montpellier, if we check the table, Auxerre is basically they are probably be relegated this season. We will see how they will play in the next games. And Montpellier, they are also in danger zone, so this will be another important game. But I give Auxerre a little bit better chance. I give them 38.08% of chance to win this game. So Auxerre, and based on my odds and bookmakers odds, there is not enough value as you see here, but this could be another close game. Clermont Foot, Nantes, based on my projections, I give Nantes 38.70% of chance to win this game. My projected odds 2.58, bookmakers 3.2, so small value with Nantes to not lose this game. So if you can get good odds with X2 or plus 0.5, so different bookmakers use different types of bets, but Asian handicaps means that this is basically spread betting in soccer or football. Okay, so you give some points or some goals at the end of at the start of the game to one team. Okay, so this is a handicap, but it is basically the same than X2 or 1x. If we check the table, Clermont Foot again, Nantes 13th, and Clermont Foot they're better 8th placed. And based on my projections, there is small value with Nantes. I even give them a little bit better chance to win this game. So again, if I need to take anything, I would probably go with Nantes plus 0.5 so that they don't lose this game. Brest Angers, based on my projections, 41.9% to Brest. So Angers, they're the last team in the league, and Brest is in a very dangerous zone. So they need to win badly. And based on my projections, there is a little value with Angers based on my projections. Despite I give better chance to Brest. Okay, Brest will have better chance. Ajaccio Lyon, based on my projections, small value with Ajaccio. That doesn't mean that I give them better chance. I simply see the value, or if you like, in this case, Lyon is overrated in this game, despite I give them 44.53% of chance to win this game. Ajaccio Lyon, if we check the table, Ajaccio is in danger zone, so these teams will fight for relegation or to stay in the league. Lyon is always among the top teams. Despite this season they are in the middle of the table, but this is one of the teams that is always among the top teams in French league. Okay, and then we have the last game, of course, PSG against Reims. PSG usually overrated, not overrated in terms of the team and the players, but the prices are overrated, and you don't get a lot of value with PSG in French league. So also my numbers say that these numbers should be a little bit smaller on Rape. So if we make a summary of French league, then maybe small value with Toulouse not to lose Toulouse not to lose the game in Strasbourg. So this is the only, let's say, close to be a qualified bet, but I don't like any of these games. But I hope that my numbers will help you to make better decision. And as I always say, I hope you will not follow my picks. I don't believe in following sports picks. Never follow anyone's picks. But I hope you can use my comments, my numbers to make better analysis and include this analysis into your final decision. Okay. So let's go to the next league, Italian Serie A. Here I found one qualified bet, but let's check the table first. So Napoli, this is the best team in Serie A. I hope they will win the championship. Not because I'm not fan of any of this team, but they're waiting for a very long time. Juventus, the league took points from them because of some scandals, so they have even better chance to win this league. So they have 50 points, 12 points above Milan, but today they will play Roma, who won 2 straight games, and they won 3 out of 5 and didn't lose in last 5 games. And if we check the game, so I will comment this first game, Napoli-Roma, I think we have a value with Roma. So I think this is a good value, so that Roma will not lose this game, plus 0.5 or x2. You can get this at plus money, or the odds of more than 2.90, 2.20 probably somewhere. And my projected odds show that this could be a very close game. As you see, my calculated percentages, I give Napoli 34.55% of chance to win this game, Roma 36.68% of chance to win this game. So I think this could be a close game, and I think that Roma to not lose this game is a value. But let's go to other games. Empoli-Torino, Torino 8 in the league, and Empoli 10th in the league. So this is in the middle of the table derby, if I can say so. I give Torino better chance to win this game, but also bookmakers have the same opinion. My projected odds 2.36, bookmakers 2.42. So basically the same numbers. Cremonese, Inter, of course we have Inter, one of the best teams in the league. They are fourth in the league. They're fighting for Champions League with 37 points. So Atalanta, Roma, they're also fighting for this place, and also with Lazio. On the other side, Cremonese, they're they are basically the worst team in the league. But based on my projections, the odds on the market are fair. I give close to 70% of chance to Inter. My projected odds 1.45, bookmakers 1.49, depends where you bet. So I don't think that this is worth taking, but as you see my percentages. Milan Sassuolo, based on my projections, I give 57.63% of chance to Milan. My projected odds 1.74, bookmakers 1.51. So if I bet $100 American, I expect that bookmakers will pay me $74 of profit, but they are giving me only 51. So based on my projections, there is no value. Or if I translate this into American odds, if I want to make $100 American, I need to pay 196, right? But I am willing to pay only 136. So because of that, there is no value, okay, in this game. So I would stay away from this game. If we check the table, Milan is the second best team in the league. They will fight for Champions League probably. Maybe they still feel that they can reach Napoli. We will see. There is still a lot of games to be played. On the other side, Sassuolo is in very danger zone, so they will also need to play at the top level so they can stay in the league. Lazio Fiorentina, based on my projections, Lazio will have 40.90% of chance to win this game. They are, based on my projections, a little bit overrated in terms of the odds, and I don't see any value. If we check the table, Lazio is third in the league, and Fiorentina is 12th in the middle of the table, so I would skip this game. Napoli-Roma, I already commented this, and Udinese-Verona. If we check the table, Udinese is 7th in the league, and Verona is fighting for staying in the league this season. So based on my projections, I give Udinese 47.38% of chance to win this game, but there is no value. So the only qualified bet, the only bet worth taking, I believe, in Italian Serie A is Roma plus 0.5. That means that they should not lose the game. I also see small value with Fiorentina if you can get good odds, not taking them as a straight winner, but maybe x2 or plus 0.5 so they don't lose the game. Okay, let's go to Spanish La Liga. In Spanish La Liga, I also found one qualified bet, but let's start with the table. Barcelona is the first place team with 44 points. Real Madrid is the second with 41. So this will still be a battle until the end. I believe we will see interesting La Liga. I don't believe that other teams will catch them, but we will see. Okay, Cadiz Mallorca, this is the first game. Based on my projections, Mallorca will have 44.61% of chance to win this game. If we check the table, Cadiz is second worst team in the league. and Valencia, not Valencia, Mallorca, is in the middle of the table. They are a very solid team, and based on my projections, compared to bookmakers odds, there is some value with Mallorca, so I wouldn't take Cadiz in this game. If I need to take anything, I would probably go with Mallorca Asian handicap, so they don't lose a game. Okay, so this is a small value. I should change this like this, so it is 1. Okay. Okay, so anything between 1 and 2 is small value, anything between 2 and 3 is medium value, and anything above 3 is a good value. Okay, then we have Girona Barcelona. Again, I already said that Barcelona is the best team in the league, and Girona, they are in the middle of the table. Based on my projections, Barcelona on the road will have 59.92% of chance to win this game. Those are my projected odds, bookmakers odds, and I think the odds on the market are fair. Usually bookmakers price the games with popular teams very well. I think that there's much more money involved, so they can balance these odds much better than, from example, some let's say unpopular games despite from the same league. Okay, Sevilla Elche. Sevilla, they are playing a little bit better right now. At the start of the season they were struggling, but I think they're a little bit better right now. They will go against Elche, the last team in the league, so they should win this game. I also give them better chance to win, 61.04% of chance to win this game, 1.64 my odds, bookmakers 1.54, but that doesn't mean that there is a value with betting on Sevilla, because if we simulate this game, I don't know, 1 million times, if of course my projections and bookmakers odds are correct, Sevilla would still lose some games, right? And there is no value. Getafe Betis, based on my projections, close game. As you see, we have only all percentages are around 30%, but I still give a little bit better chance to Betis. Betis Getafe. Betis is on the 6th place. This is my favorite team in Spanish La Ligue. Despite I'm not a huge fan of any team, I simply look at sports betting through the numbers, but still they are fighting for Champions League. They can still reach Atletico Madrid, Real Sociedad. There are still a lot of games to be played. As you see, they also have 1 game less than Villarreal and also Atletico Madrid. So if they win, they will have 31 points like those two teams. On the other side, Getafe is 16th placed team in the league. They lost 4 out of 5 games, and based on my projections, there is maybe small value with Betis, but not good enough for me to take a bet. Okay, then we have Valladolid against Valencia, and this is a game where I found a value with Valencia. I will explain it. So I give 20.80% to Valladolid, I give 24.30% to Drov, and Valencia 55.52%. So my projected odds are at 1.80. Bookmakers have Valencia at 2.46. So you can take Valencia as a straight winner, but I believe that we have a much better bet with Valencia +0, which means Drov no bet at 1.72, which means that if Valencia wins this game, you win a bet. If they lose, you lose a bet. But if the game will end as a draw, then the money is refunded. Okay, so this is the safest version. As I said many times, in soccer or football, try to stay away from three-way bets. Okay, so those are the differences between my numbers and bookmakers' numbers. If we check the table, so Valladolid against Valencia. Valencia is 13th placed team, and Valladolid is at the bottom of the table. They lost 5 straight games. They are not playing really well. Of course, they need a win badly in this game, because if they want to stay in the league, but they all need wins. Even Valencia, okay, so they are both fighting. So those are the points. And Valencia, they have 20 points. Valladolid has 17 points. So this is very, very important game for Valencia as well, because if they lose, they will be close to relegation, and they don't want to be there. Valencia, Sevilla, those are still, let's say, top teams in the Spanish La Liga, and they still have better players, better teams. And I believe that we have value with Valencia. Real Madrid, Real Sociedad. This is interesting game because we have second and third place team in the league. Real Sociedad, they have 5 wins as you see here, so this will be interesting, but I give Real Madrid 50.46% of chance to win this game, so my fair odds are 1.98, bookmakers 1.72. So there is not enough value, and I think that the odds are pretty fair. The only value small is with the draw, but I would stay away from this game. Villarreal, Rayo Vallecano, again, there is no value. I give 53.60% of chance to Villarreal and 22.10% to Rayo. So we can check Villarreal and Rayo Vallecano. Villarreal, they are 5th placed team in the league. They are in good form. On the other side, Rayo Vallecano, they are 9th place team, but they're a very solid team. So the difference between these teams is not so big because it is only 5-6 points. So this could be another close game. Okay, so the only qualified bet I found in Spanish La Liga is Valencia to win in Valladolid but you should take it as a draft no bet. And again, I hope you will not follow any of my picks. But I hope that my numbers and comments will help you to make better betting decisions. Okay, and then we have the last league for this weekend, German Bundesliga. I didn't find any good qualified bet, but I will comment all games. We will also check the table, and I hope these comments will also help you to make better decisions. Okay, so the first game, Freiburg-Augsburg, based on my projections, I give 65.38% of chance to Freiburg, and there is not enough value, maybe small value with Freiburg. We can check the table, Freiburg-Augsburg. So Freiburg, they are a 6th placed team in the league. On the other side, Augsburg, they are 14th. So we have better team with Freiburg, maybe small value with them at the home, but the odds are also pretty low, and I would stay away from this game. Hoffenheim-Gladbach. We have Gladbach, which is 9th placed team in the league, and 13th Hoffenheim, so this could be another close game, but based on my projections, I give Hoffenheim better chance. I give them 48.88% of chance to win this game, which is interesting because they are 13th place team, and my betting model gives them better chance. But also bookmakers have similar opinion. They also have similar odds, and I don't see any value in this game. Then we have Werder Bremen against Wolfsburg. Werder Bremen is 11th place team in the league, but they have lost 4 out of last 5 games, and they will go against Wolfsburg, which is 7th place team in the league, and they are in a good form. So based on my projections, I give 40.31% of chance to Wolfsburg, but also the odds on the market are pretty adjusted. So on the other side, I give small value with Werder Bremen. So I need to explain this a little bit because this might be confusing. Okay, so one thing are percentages. Okay, so when you calculate the percentages, you still don't know which team to bet, okay, because the bet is decided after you see the odds, because the odds are the prices on the betting market. You don't know what you will bet before you don't see the prices on the market. So imagine this: you want to buy a car, and let's say that you want to buy a Mercedes, whatever, okay, and then you say, okay, I will buy a Mercedes, but then you go to a store and the Mercedes costs 30,000 American dollars, or it costs 10 million American dollars. So of course you will buy it if it costs 30,000 American dollars, but if costs 1 million or 10 million American dollars, you will not buy it, because the price will decide. Based on price, you will decide if you will buy it, despite you think that Mercedes is a good team. So I think, for example, Bayern München. Okay, I think Bayern München is a good team. They have better chance to win this game. Of course they have better chance to win this game. But is the price good to take? So this is the most important question for sports bettors, because if you are just sport fan who bet occasionally, and if you bet recreationally and you don't care about the money, of course, then you can bet whatever you want and you can take the winners. But if you want to make money in the long run, you need to bet on positive expected value bet. So which means that you pay good price, and this is the most important concept in sports betting. Okay, so when I say that Wolfsburg has better chance to win this game, that doesn't mean that this is a good team to bet. Okay, because the good team to bet, this is decided by the odds which are offered by bookmakers. Okay, so those two information you need to have. You need to have your own probabilities, and you need to have, because your own probabilities are directly translated into the odds. Okay, so you need to have your own prices. Okay, when you buy Mercedes, you need to know your price. So you will say, okay, I will spend, I don't know, maximum 30,000 American dollars for a car. Okay, so this is your price, and you will not pay more, okay, for this Mercedes. So if you will get a cheaper car, so if you will get this same Mercedes for 20,000 American dollars, this is a good price, and you will save money, you will make money, right? You will make a good deal. On the other side, if you will pay, I don't know, 100,000 American dollars for this same Mercedes, which fair price is 30,000 American dollars, then you made a bad deal. And if you constantly made bad deals, you will lose money, okay? And the same concept is used in sports betting and everywhere, okay? No matter what you do, if you do in restaurant, if you sell, I don't know, shoes, every time when you pay bad price, then you lose. So in order to win in sports betting, you need to have two information. The first information is your projected odds, your price. This is something you're willing to pay, not who will win, but what is the price that you're willing to pay. If you don't have this, then you're just guessing. Sometimes you will win, sometimes you will lose, but in the long run you will lose, because with guessing you cannot pay good price, because you have no idea what you are paying. Okay, so the first thing is to generate your own odds, your own probabilities, your own price. You need to know what are you paying. Okay, I can show you how to calculate your own projected lines, your own winning percentages. If you go to underdogchance.com, I have a free betting course working where you can start building your first betting models. But this is the first thing you need to have. Then you need to have bookmakers odds. Okay, sometimes I receive emails from people from some countries, Malaysia or I don't know, Indonesia, I don't know, and they say that government have a monopoly over the bookmakers and they have very bad prices. In some countries you should not even bet, because the prices are so bad that you will never win. Okay, and so this is the second thing you need to have. So first are your projected odds, and then bookmakers odds, and then you compare those two odds. If you don't have these two information, then you're just throwing money away and you're wasting time betting on sports, right? So if you don't have those two information, you're wasting time on sports betting. Okay, it would be the same if you start a business with selling cars and you have no idea what are the prices on the market. So you will start selling cars, and let's say that you start selling Mercedes cars, and then you will sell them for 100 American dollars, because you don't have the idea what are the prices on the market. And then no wonder why so many people lose in sports betting. And I'm talking about the long term. I'm doing this for 20 years, right? So I'm not talking about 1 month, 1 day, because everyone can be lucky in 1 month or even in 1 year. But in the long run, if you don't have those two numbers, you will probably lose. Okay, so the next game, Hertha against Union. This is Berlin derby. Again, we have better chance with Union Berlin, but I don't think there is a value with Union Berlin. Okay, so my projected odds 2.38. I give them 42.0.5% of chance to win this game. So as you see, we give Hertha less chance to win this game, but there is not enough value. Okay, I'm looking for this number to be bigger than 2 or 3, right? Mainz, Bochum. So we can also check the table. Union, third place team in the league, and Hertha is among the worst teams, but this is Berliner derby, we will see, and I think Union is a little bit overpriced. Mainz, Bochum, based on my projections, Mainz will have better chance. I give them 61.82% of chance to win this game. Bookmakers have them at 1.78, so I think there is some value with Mainz. We can check the table. Mainz is 12th in the league. Bochum is fighting so they stay in the league. They have 16 points. Mainz have 20 points, close on the table. But based on my projections, there is some value with Mainz if you can get them at 1.8 or better. Okay. Bayern Munich against Frankfurt, as I said in previous leagues, usually with big clubs, bookmakers set pretty bad prices because they know that such big clubs have a lot of fans. Fans try to bet on big favorites because they don't care about the value. They care about that feeling of winning. Okay. Despite they will lose in the long run, but a lot of money is usually placed on big teams. Okay, but based on my projections, Bayern Munich should be at 1.50. Bookmakers have them at 1.36, so there is not enough value. Schalke, Köln, the same story. I give Köln 48.23% of chance to win this game, but based on my projections and bookmakers odds, I think the market odds are pretty fair. Schalke, Köln, we can check the table. Schalke is the worst team in the league, and Köln is in the middle. Okay, Leverkusen, Dortmund. Based on my projections, this could be an even game. As you see, my projections are very similar for both teams, and my projected odds are very close to the bookmakers odds, so I don't think there is any value. We can check the table. Dortmund is 5th in the league. Leverkusen is 8th in the league. They're on a good form. They have 5 straight wins here, and they're playing at home, so I would stay away from this game. So the only two, let's say, games where I would start thinking to take are maybe Freiburg, but I would need much better odds, and maybe Mainz at 1.80, 1.85 if this would be possible. Okay, but I would stay from most of the games. Okay, so that's it from me today. And again, if you want to learn how to bet with numbers, if you want to learn how to create such a table, if you want to learn how to use and make analysis on a very simple way in Google spreadsheets, sign up for a free betting course, underdogchance.com, and I will show you how to do it. Okay, and again, never follow anyone speaks. Following sports picks doesn't work. I don't believe in following, but if you will take any of my advice, if you will take my numbers, and if my numbers will help you, then I wish you good luck. See you next time.